Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Looking back when the land was gray right before we had the snowfall, I went ahead and got Shamira's signature item up, but realizing how much her damage really drops off towards the end game, I would definitely not recommend going past level 20 for her signature item, which is what I just got her item up there to unlock the level 20 ability. But I do go ahead and use my emblems, which this was from a little while ago, to get her all the way up to, I believe, 25 for her signature item. I was using her at this point 3 stars. I was using her regularly in a lot of the campaign. She carried for probably 18 to 20 chapters that I used her for. But when it came to her signature item, I thought this would be the first one that I'll get to plus 30, because her damage is so strong, and it is not. Unfortunately, at this point of the game, I've actually stopped using her, but this was just an older video that I found, and before I deleted it, I just thought I'd post it up, because I have made a little bit more progression with Shamira, which got her item to level 25, which gave her plus 40 dodge, so not really big for the plus 25 enchantment. But if you look right now, this is where she was at a couple of months ago. 753k, and then I went ahead and did my progression. Like I said, at this point I actually benched her, haven't used her for a while. Right here we are at 24-18, and here we are at 25-56. So like I said, it's been a little while since I have used her. Still not using her in the campaign, but I did want to finally get her. I got her to 4-star, which was quite a while ago, but I want to get her to 5-star. And the reason is not to use her, as you kind of guessed it. The reason is to use Arthur. She is linked to Arthur, so actually putting them together. So now not only do I have my first 5-star hero, which very excited about. I'm glad it was her. She carried me, like I said, since the beginning of the game. And there she is in the bottom at the max level. As you can see, even without her items, 879k was her overall rating there. But there is the reason, is because she is linked with Arthur. So giving me a 5-star Arthur, I'm still kind of torn about the hero. Arthur, it seems to be a very solid hero. A lot of people said endgame, he's not good. He really drops off. His mitigation is not very good. But I went ahead and got his signature item up. I even got one of his items out of the guild shop. So I'm going to go ahead and probably at this point continue to get him up. I've used him through a lot of the campaign, through chapter 24 through chapter 25 when he was released, and now going into chapter 26 because he is finally 5-star. His survivability is really high when someone's in front of him. When they do come from the sides, such as your main tank or secondary tank dying, they do have a tendency to come over, kind of just come right over and kill them. I went ahead in this account and got Athalia up too. She was the other one that I've been kind of focusing on. Got her to Elite Plus there. So we'll go ahead and use another copy of her to get her to Mythic so we can unlock her signature item. She is a hero that is, if you get her earlier in the game or even any time that you get her, she is a hero that will carry you through the entire game. There will always be a use for her because you can actually put her on one specific target. So I want to go ahead and get her signature item up. And if you've seen her gear there, I've really been focusing on that too, trying to get the full set of Celestial gear and getting it to Mythic Plus and Enhanced. I have 3 of the 4 pieces there. A lot of people use her early game, mid game, end game. She is by far probably one of the strongest heroes, and her signature item increases her survivability a ton. So with the Celestials and the Hyperions, they can actually go up to plus 40 on their signature item. I know there's no ability tied to it, but getting her to the plus 10 level increases her hit points and attack and increases her survivability, which is what I'm looking for. So if I can get her to a full set of Mythic Plus kind of geared out, she does such high burst damage that she can actually take down a target by herself solo. And now couple that with increasing her survivability, it's just a super strong hero. She probably is the best in the game. So let's go ahead and look at the campaign. I finally beat 25-56. And if you look here, I went through, used a bunch of different comps. This is actually the one that actually worked. So what I had to do was take Nara to take out Arden. And this is again where Athalia can be used, Nara can be used. There's a couple different combinations here that you can use to take out specific heroes. Nara and Athalia are the two best because they can specifically target one hero. And it was a really close match here. Came down to Belinda all by herself, which took out the chapter. That was a stage that I had been stuck on for quite a while. So using the same team here, took out Savius. Nara pulled Savius right over, which my Nara is 2 stars. So if Athalia was actually quite a bit higher, I would have swapped it to Athalia. I tried it out a couple times, didn't have any luck with her. And Nara with her kill ability there, which is pretty cool. But Belinda still melts half of the team, as you just seen. So there, another win. So we're pushing on to finishing out chapter 25. And I have been stuck in this chapter for a while. Pirate Lucker and I have been going back and forth, and I believe he already pushed into chapter 26. Not sure how far into 26, but I'm hoping that I can make it, because some of these teams, even this team comp here, is very, very tough. When you look, you have quite a bit of damage with Brutus, who is kind of hard to kill, even though we get him coffined right off the beginning. The big thing is in the back with with Pharrell in the back here, taking all the energy out of Belinda. So she actually doesn't have an option or an opportunity to take out her or use her ult, which really does the most damage. So I actually switch Nara to the bottom here to try to help mitigate Falks. Nara nerfs energy, Falks nerfs, or Pharrell nerfs energy. So unfortunately, another defeat, but I feel like I can get this down. I might have to change up the team a little bit, which this has been my common core go-to team, is trying to get more energy, more damage onto Belinda while keeping Rosaline up with the stuns. But as you can see here, same, they get ran right over. So this is going to be a super tough team to deal with. But usually with the campaign is once you're starting to get close to finishing the level or finishing this stage in the campaign, might take a couple times, but you can usually get it down with a little bit of luck, just like that. With Belinda's ult actually hitting, we get it down to just having to take out Brutus, which is going to be pretty close, but we do clear out his shield. So we got that stage down. And that was 25:58, I think. So 25:59. Again, a whole Mauler team here. So Savius is super strong because he takes out targets so quick, as you can see right there. Rowan almost died right off the bat. So I think it might be a point, and this is the comp that I've been using, is Belinda up front tanking with Rosaline following her. But as you can see there, Lucius goes down and Belinda goes down in an instant, just because the enemy team does so much damage. That Savius is so difficult to deal with. But once we got that shield up, if Belinda can ult, we can usually take down a majority of the team, which we get Savius caught there. And another one. All right, so we got Savius down. We still got Rowan up. We still got Falks up. Now just Namisu left, which should be easy to take down. Very nice. So the final stage of chapter 25, 25-60. Now this is a super, super tough stage, mainly because Azazel keeps everyone from casting their ultimate ability. As you can see, not only does he do an AoE, he increases energy regeneration of the opposing team, or of his team. So this is going to be very, very tough, because we do have K-Sauce in the back. We have Sophia, which is on top, who does a ton of damage with her ult. So this is a stage that I'm going to have to probably do a couple times. We're going to have to time it with Falks's ultimate ability to get rid of all of their shields, just like we did there. But it looks like this one, we're not going to get down. I would love to see Azazel up quite a bit. And I did switch out right there to add Arthur to the team. And a lot of people are kind of torn on Arthur. I've heard really good things. I've heard some bad things. I've heard he's very situational. But even when you look here, we did run this probably about 4 or 5 times. His survivability is so high. And even there, Sophia just took out everybody. And Arthur is up just with his shield, which there he puts up his other shield because he has Excalibur out. He blocks some attacks there. Here comes the ult, which always destroys everybody. He blocked it 100% with the shield. So he is going to be able to take this out pretty much by himself, not even using the potions that Rowan is providing for him, and he gets it done on chapter 25. So when a lot of people say Arthur isn't a very big tank, he's not very strong, as you can see right there, he's taking 100% ascended 5-star Sophia ults with doing 0 damage. I mean, it did 0 damage. And there is my buddy, Pirate Lucker. He is just above me, I believe, 26-10, so 10 stages ahead of me. So I'm going to go ahead and push a little bit into chapter 26. As you can see, it's a long path going through this campaign. And again, using Arthur to tank because he has 5-star. Once his shield comes up, just like right there, he blocks almost everything. So he pulls Excalibur there out of the lake, makes him do more damage, makes him do a little bit of AoE damage kind of in front of him. And a full hit right there from Thorin, all supercharged from his ult, took him down probably about 30%. And that is the strength that people find in Arthur, is he does quite a bit of damage as well as the survivability aspect. And looking at the damage he did in chapter 25, that last one, he did almost, I believe it was like 500 million. Maybe I'm off. I'll have to look at the numbers to see exactly where they were. But he does go down there. It seems like the magic damage he takes is very high. So that will sum it up for the video. Made it to 26. We're very happy. And if you look at the stage 2560, Arthur did almost 6 million. Belinda did almost 10 million. So he does a significant amount of damage, and the ability to take a significant amount of damage does make him a pretty solid tank, even though his ratings overall, from what I hear, is not the best. Thank you guys for watching.